Good morning, class. Our today's topic is translation. Translation is basically a process of joining of amino acid by peptide bond to form a polypeptide. So we can define the translation that process is decoding the coded information carried by messenger RNA into protein, and it is called translation. Or we can say it is a synthesis of polypeptide chain on messenger RNA strand with the help of transfer RNA and ribosome. That process is known as translation. This translation takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell, and it requires some components is very necessary for this process. First component is messenger RNA, transfer RNA, ribosomes, amino acids, amino acyl synthetase, it is an enzyme, peptidyl synthetase, it is also an enzyme, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, GTP, guanosine triphosphate, and magnesium ion is also responsible for this process. This translation process takes place in 5 steps. First step is activation of amino acid with the help of amino acid synthetase enzyme in presence of magnesium ion. Second step is attachment of activated amino acid to transfer RNA by recognition of DHU loop of transfer RNA. Third step is initiation of polypeptide chain by binding of ribosomal units by recognizing the initiating codon AUG methionine that is present on the messenger RNA. Fourth step is elongation of polypeptide chain on messenger RNA by its linear growth. And the fifth step is termination of polypeptide chain due to presence of 3 genetic code, that is UAA, UAG, UGA, as it does not code for any amino acid. Now it is the first step, activation of amino acids. The specific amino acid present in cytoplasm, it gets activated by the specific amino acyl synthetase enzyme and the ATP molecules. It forms amino acyl adenylate enzyme complex, and the equations are here: amino acid plus ATP, and with the help of amino acyl synthetase enzyme in presence of magnesium ion, it forms amino acyl adenylate enzyme complex and PPI. What is this PPI? The PPI is used for the ATP utilized by the hydrolyzed releasing pyrophosphate. The next step is attachment of activated amino acids to the transfer RNA. In the picture of transfer RNA, we find that DHU loop of a specific transfer RNA recognizes the activated amino acids according to the anticodon. What is the anticodon is present over there? The activated amino acid bind to the third end of the transfer RNA, and it results in the formation of amino acyl transfer RNA complex. Look at in the picture. The yellow color substance is an enzyme. This enzyme is known as the transfer RNA synthetase enzyme. This red color transfer RNA is going to be bind here at the active site, and the ATPs come down to form the AMP. Now in the next step of initiation of polypeptide chain, how it is going to be initiated? We note that there are 2 subunit of ribosomes, bigger units and a smaller unit. It's come together, and this messenger RNA is going in between the 2 subunits. So initiation of polypeptide chain, look at in the picture, the smaller subunit 40S ribosomes bind with the messenger RNA, and the charge transfer RNA is specific for initiation codon. It is reaches to the P site. There is a two sites, the larger subunit 60S subunit now combined with the 40 subunit in presence of magnesium ion, and the initiation of polypeptide chain is going to be started. So the ribosomes bind to the messenger RNA at the fifth end. The ribosome recognizes the initiating codon, that is the AUG, on messenger RNA. The transfer RNA having the anticodon. What is the anticodon of this AUG? That is UAC. It carries formyl methionine acid to the site of initiated codon, and now it initiates the polypeptide chain. After the initiation of polypeptide chain, the elongation of polypeptide chain, look at the picture, it is a linear growth of polypeptide chain on messenger RNA. After that, the second transfer RNA comes down and it binds to the second genetic code present over the messenger RNA. The charge transfer RNA that carries the specific amino acids, it enters the ribosomal unit and attached to the messenger RNA just next to the initiated codon with the help of anticodon. In the next step, the peptide bond formed between these two amino acids by the peptidyl synthetase enzyme. As the peptide bond formed, the transfer RNA becomes uncharged. It leaves the ribosomes. The ribosomes move codon by codon in the direction of the fifth to third end. As the ribosomes move over the messenger RNA, the coded information decode into the polypeptide chain. It is going to be the coded informations which are present on the messenger RNA. It is now going to be decoded and converted into the polypeptide chain. You can see there is a two site. One site is P site and another is the A site. It moves down for methionine to leucine, methionine to leucine. The second one is the leucine, UUA, and the anticodon is AAU, and after that GGC. So the next transfer RNA is coming. The place on the ribosomes where that first transfer RNA site is called the P site, and the A site is next to it. The second codon on the messenger RNA pairs with a transfer RNA that carrying the second amino acid. It is known as the A site. So there is the two sites. Again you can see after some times the first transfer RNA released, and next peptide bond is going to be formed. The first amino acids join to the second by a peptide bond, and the first transfer RNA is released. This process is going to be continue. The ribosomes moves along on the messenger RNA until the second transfer RNA is in the P site, and the process continue. This process is going to be continue till the nonsense codon, stop codons has came. This process is going like that: methionine, phenylamine, glycine, leucine. So it is a growing polypeptide chain in the fifth to third end direction. The ribosome continue to move along the messenger RNA, and new amino acids are added to the polypeptide chain. This one, growing polypeptide chain. Now The last step is known as the termination of polypeptide chain. The termination of polypeptide chain takes place due to the presence of terminating codon. When it occurs on the messenger RNA, that is UAA, UGA and UAG, when these terminating codons comes, it does not code it for any amino acids present on the transfer RNA. So there is no transfer RNA or anticodon is present. It leads to the termination of polypeptide chain. The polypeptide chain synthesized release out from the ribosomes and it undergoes folding to form a specific protein. Now the ribosomes leaves the messenger RNA. You can see in this picture UGA, a stop codon is here on the site of messenger RNA. When the ribosome reaches a stop codon, the polypeptide chain is terminating down and released. This chain is released now. This is the polypeptide chain is released, and after the releasing of this chain, this process is a stop. Both the units of ribosomes get separated like this and release the continuation process of the messenger RNA. The new protein chain is formed like this. This is known as the translation process. In this picture, you can see a macrolide is there over there on the P and A site. In the growing process of macrolides, we can see a polypeptidation. In the process of polypeptide chain, synthesis of polypeptides is released with the help of the release factor and ribosomes comes apart. This what is the role of this macrolide? Macrolide is a class of antibiotics having lactose ring that inhibit the protein synthesis by binding the 50S unit of ribosomes. So after this process, the translation is taking place over, and the polypeptide chain which is formed by this process is going to be used by the cell function. This is the process of translation. In the next topic, we will discuss the gene expression of prokaryote, or we can say it is a lac operon concept given by the Jacob Monod. Thank you. Have a nice day.